Hello and welcome! In this video, we will discover the 7 best ways to invest $1,000 in 2021. Many first-time investors think that they should invest all of their savings. This isn't necessarily true. To determine how much money you should invest, you must first determine how much you can actually afford to invest and what your financial goals are. If you're sitting on at least $1,000 and it's scratching an itch in your pocket, consider investing it rather than spending it on something frivolous. But the question that then beckons us is, can you really make more money quickly investing with $1,000? The answer to that is a resounding yes. While there are plenty of ways you can make money fast by doing odd jobs or generating it through things like affiliate marketing or email marketing, actually making money by investing with just $1,000 might present more challenges and, frankly, more risks. That is, of course, unless you know what you're doing. However, all risks aside, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you still may be able to conjure up $1,000 to put towards an investment if you're creative. $1,000 may not seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but it's your hard-earned savings. Don't knock the power of the money you invest. Even $1,000 is a fantastic start in building toward long-term financial flexibility. There are certain companies that have created investment options for the average person. They've done that by setting lower minimum thresholds for opening accounts. Many of these companies allow you to start investing with as little as $100. These investment options offer choices for people with smaller amounts of cash looking to build their retirement account or savings accounts. Whatever your personal finance desires are, find the right investing strategy that fits your bottom line. If you have $1,000 to invest, you can make money a variety of ways. But there are some methods that trump others. The play here is speed. We're not talking about long-term buy-hold strategies. Those are terrific if you're looking to invest your capital over at least a 2 to 5 year period. We're talking about ways you can make money fast. Even when it comes to markets that might take time to move or have longer cycles, investments can often turn into realized profits and quick gains by leveraging the right strategies. What's the right strategy? Sure, long-term works. Real estate and other time-intensive strategies will eventually get you there. In today's day and age, there are ample investment options to choose from. It's wonderful to have so many choices, but deciding which direction to go in might be overwhelming. Here are 7 investment options to help you get started. But just before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to download your free book on financial freedom by clicking on the link in the description below. 1. Start or add to a savings account. With average annual interest rates barely above 1%, putting money into a savings or money market account may not seem like much of an investment at all. However, millions of households don't have adequate funds on hand in case of an emergency. If you're in that boat, this is a great place to start. Here's why putting money into basic savings is a great investment. Rainy days are inevitable. While predicting life's twists and turns and when they'll occur is impossible, being prepared with some cash on the sidelines will always help dampen the blow. And if it keeps you from borrowing money at high interest, like via a credit card, then that small return from the savings account was well worth it. Strive to have at least 3 to 6 months' worth of cash stashed away. 2. Play the stock market. Day trading is not for the faint of heart. It takes grit and determination. It takes understanding the different market forces at play. This isn't something intended for amateurs, but if learned and learned well, it is a way where you can quickly, within the span of hours, make a significant amount of money with a relatively small investment. There are also ways to hedge your bets when it comes to playing the stock market. Whether you play the general market or you trade penny stocks, ensure that you set stop-loss limits to cut any potential for significant appreciations. Now, if you're an advanced trader, you likely understand that market makers often move stocks to play into either our fear of failure or our greed. And they'll often push a stock down to a certain price to enhance that fear and play right into their pockets. When it comes to penny stocks, this is further exaggerated. So, you have to understand what you're doing and be able to analyze the market forces and make significant gains. Pay attention to moving averages. Often, when stocks break through 200-day moving averages, there's potential for either large upside or big downside. 3. Invest in a money-making course. Investing in yourself is one of the best possible investments you can make. While you might not be able to pinpoint an actualized return on investment, there's no money that's better spent. Invest in yourself. Invest in your education. Learn, adapt, grow. Discover what you're passionate about. There are loads of money-making courses on the internet. The hard part is choosing the right one. From ebooks to social media marketing, search engine optimization, and beyond, the possibilities are endless. While many money-making gurus might pop up on social media, not all courses are created alike. Spend time doing your due diligence and research to choose the one that's right for you. 4. Trade commodities. Trading commodities like gold and silver present a rare opportunity, especially when they're trading at the lower end of their 5-year range. Metrics like that give a strong indication on where commodities might be heading. Plus, commodities like silver are tangible assets that people can hold on to. The fundamentals of economics drive the price of commodities. As supply dips, demand increases, and prices rise. Any disruption to a supply chain has a severe impact on prices. For example, a health scare to livestock can significantly alter prices as scarcity reigns free. However, livestock and meat are just one form of commodities. It's possible to own individual stocks in both IRAs and taxable brokerage accounts. Additionally, gains in individual stocks aren't taxed until you sell them, making this an ideal strategy for deferring taxes in a brokerage account. But do remember, stocks represent an ownership stake in a business. Few start a new venture with the intent of staying in business for just a short time. Owning stocks works best in much the same way. Owning a piece of a quality business becomes increasingly powerful the longer one sticks with it. Thus, if you go this route, it's important to do some homework and make a purchase with the intent of holding for at least a few years, if not indefinitely. Metals, energy, and agriculture are other types of commodities. To invest, you can use an exchange like the London Metal Exchange or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, as well as many others. Often, investing in commodities means investing in futures contracts. Effectively, that's a pre-arranged agreement to buy a specific quantity at a specific price in the future. These are leveraged contracts, providing both big upside and a potential for large downsides, so exercise caution. 5. Trade cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are on the rise. While trading them might seem risky, if you hedge your bets here as well, you could limit some fallout from a poorly timed trade. There are plenty of platforms for trading cryptocurrencies as well, but before you dive in, educate yourself. Find courses on platforms like Udemy, Kajabi, or Teachable, and learn the intricacies of trading things like Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and others. While there are over 3,000 cryptocurrencies in existence, only a handful really matter today. Find an exchange, research the trading patterns, look for breakouts of long-term moving averages, and get busy trading. You can use exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, or Cex.io. By the way, that Cex is with a C, C-E-X, not sex like, well, you know. Well, 6. Use peer-to-peer lending. Peer-to-peer lending is a hot investment vehicle these days. The P2P lending company decides whether the loan is a good potential risk for their investors. Then they offer for investors to fund all or part of the loan. While you might not get rich investing in a peer-to-peer lending network, you could definitely make a bit of coin. Which lending platform do you use? Today there are many to choose from, but the most popular ones include Lending Club, Peerform, and Prosper. How does this work? Peer-to-peer lending platforms allow you to give small bursts of capital to businesses or individuals while collecting an interest rate on the return. You get more money than you would if you placed it in a savings account, plus your risk is limited because the algorithms are doing much of the work for you. Once you identify the offer, you can dig in and do some research. Then, you can either take the deal or not. You'll have your risk evaluated based on a proprietary algorithm that includes employment and credit history, and you'll be able to make the decision to invest based on a variety of well-thought-out data. 7. Flip real estate contracts. Making money with real estate might seem like a long-term prospect, but it's not. There are ways you can take as little as $500 to $1,000 and invest it in flipping real estate contracts to make money fast. How? Use a system like Kent Clothier's REWW, or REW, to first understand how the market works. It'll then provide you with the data and tools to identify vacant homes, distressed sellers, and cash buyers. While most people think that real estate is won by flipping traditional homes and doing the renovations yourself, the fastest money you can make in real estate involves flipping the actual contract itself. It's called arbitrage. Identify the motivated sellers and cash buyers, bring them together, and effectively broker the deal. It might seem odd on the first go, but once you get the hang of it, you can become a mini mogul in the real estate industry by simply scaling out this one single strategy. It works, and it's touted by some of the world's most successful real estate investors. As you can see, there are a number of ways that you can break out your investments, and most leading financial experts recommend diversifying your asset allocation. There are many ways you can turn $1,000 into a whole lot more money. It just takes choosing a wise and calculated investment. Look through the list above and decide which choices make the most sense for you to tackle your financial goals, from wealth front to building an emergency fund. Start growing your wealth by deciding which one or more of these investment options best suits your investment knowledge and your risk tolerance. The right path depends on your goals, your immediate financial needs, and your cash flow. Remember that you can start building your nest egg even with just a little money at a time. It's all about making smart financial decisions each day. Over time, these actions will add up to an investment portfolio that you can be proud of. For many types of investments, a certain initial investment amount will be required. Hopefully, you've done your research and you have found an investment that will prove to be sound. If this is the case, you probably already know what the required initial investment is. If the money that you have available for investments does not meet the required initial investment, you may have to look at other investments. While there are so many ways to invest your $1,000, just make sure you do so. Do some research before you invest, but don't drive yourself crazy considering all of the options. Make a reasonable but timely choice. The last thing you'd want to do is neglect investing at all because of information overwhelm. Sooner than you think, you'll see that nest egg grow into a lot more money if you choose the right investment option. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to the channel. You are also free to receive the new book, 5 Steps to Reach Financial Freedom, by clicking on the link in the description down there, right there, below the video.